Hey everyone, X here once again, back with another video for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Today we are taking a look at the equipment side of the two variant monsters that arrived with the Iceborne expansion, Furious Rajang and Raging Brachydios. If you would like to check out my personal opinion in regards to the Furious Rajang equipment, I'll put a link down in the description below for the full video of the Furious Rajang equipment. In today's video, we are now taking a look at the Raging Brachydios equipment in the Iceborne expansion. Now, this is actually quite awesome because when it comes to Raging Brachydios equipment, both the aesthetics and the overall stats are actually quite decent when it comes to this monster. So overall, I'm very happy with what they've done in terms of stats, slot allocation, and overall looks when it comes to the Raging Brachydios set. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what we're dealing with here when it comes to Raging Brachydios. Now to kick things off, let's take a look at the armor of the Raging Brachydios. Now, before we get started, again in terms of aesthetics, the armor set that we are dealing with here for the alpha version is an armor set that we have seen in previous generation games. So for those of you who are familiar with games like Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate or Generations Ultimate, this should be an armor set that you are familiar with when it comes to Raging Brachydios Alpha. Now, in terms of the beta armor set, because we're no longer dealing with Blade Master and Gunner equipment, the Gunner equipment is pretty much omitted, and the beta armor set is a revision of the alpha armor set. So it's a completely new look when it comes to Raging Brachydios beta. And I gotta say, out of the two equipment sets, when it comes to Raging Brachydios, I have to say that the beta armor set wins me out overall because it literally looks like a Gundam. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the standard Brachydios equipment, it's basically a Gundam armor set. And when it comes to Raging Brachydios' overall alpha set, it doesn't really have that aesthetic, but the beta set does. And that makes me extremely happy because not only is the aesthetic of this armor set really awesome, but so are the stats and slot allocation, which we will take a look at in a moment. So overall, in terms of aesthetics, the beta armor set wins me out hands down when it comes to Raging Brachydios armor set. I genuinely love the Gundam series, and to see a Gundam-esque armor in the Monster Hunter series is always something that I will welcome in this game. Now with all of that being said, let's take a look at some skills when it comes to Raging Brachydios equipment. First and foremost, let's take a look at the alpha armor set. The alpha armor set is actually pretty damn good when it comes to skills, because what we are dealing with here in terms of armor set bonuses is the Agitator Secret as well as Artillery Secret. Now Artillery Secret means that you now have an alternative to the Zora Magdaros equipment, which is Raging Brachy set. Overall, that is pretty damn good when it comes to this armor set. We don't have to rely on the Zora Magdaros set anymore when it comes to using Artillery Secret. In terms of skills, we have Agitator 7, Artillery 5, Weakness Exploit 3, Blast Attack 3, Speed Sharpening 3, and Guard Level 2. So overall, these are some pretty decent skills when it comes to the Raging Brachydios equipment. For those of you who use Gunlance, for example, Artillery 5 is pretty damn good for shelling, and Speed Sharpening 3 is gonna help you when it comes to using your shelling, because as far as I remember, shelling actually eats out the sharpness of gun lances, and speed sharpening will basically get you going in terms of the hunt. So as soon as you lose sharpness, one stroke of a whetstone and you're good to go again. So overall, pretty damn decent. Blast attack is a little bit dependent on whether you're using a blast weapon, and when it comes to guard 2, this is dependent if you're using a heavy bow gun, a charge blade, or a gun lance with shield on it. So overall, that's going to be dependent on your equipment. But again, pretty damn decent when it comes to Raging Brachydios Alpha. Now let's take a look at the slot allocation when it comes to this armor set. In terms of slot allocation, we have 2 level 2 slots and a level 1 on the helmet, a level 2 and 2 level 1 on the chest, 2 level 2s on the arm, a level 3 on the waist, a level 3 and the level 1 on the leggings. This is actually pretty damn decent in terms of overall slot allocations when it comes to Raging Brachydios set. So overall, I'm very happy with what they've done here in terms of the balance between slot allocation and the overall skills. You don't get any 4 slot decorations because it's an alpha armor set, but I'm pretty sure you can build something pretty decent with this set in its entirety without having to use any 4 slot decorations. Moving on from the alpha equipment, let's now take a look at the beta armor set, which is my favorite set of the two. Now in terms of skills for the beta armor set, we're only dealing with Agitator level 7 and Weakness Exploit 3. We still have the exact same set bonus overall, but we lose out on Artillery, Guard Up, Speed Sharpening, Blast Attack, and all of the other good stuff. So that's pretty much gone when it comes to this armor set. We only have Agitator 7 and Weakness Exploit 3, and that's it. However, having said that, this is actually a pretty damn good trade-off, because when it comes to Raging Brachy armor set, where we lack in the skills, we make up for the ridiculous amount of decoration slots. First and foremost, you have 2 level 4 decoration slots and a level 1 on the helmet, pretty damn good. You have a level 4, a level 2, and a level 1 slot on the chest. Another set of 2 level 4 decoration slots on the arm, a level 4 and the level 1 on the waist, and a level 4 and 2 level 1s on the leggings. That's 7 level 4 slot decorations in its entirety when it comes to the Raging Brachy set. That is actually pretty damn decent when you think about it, and with the amount of skills that you lose when it comes to this armor set. So overall, where it lacks in skills, it makes up for the overall amount of slot decorations that you can put in this particular armor. So this is pretty damn awesome. Overall, this is my personal choice between the two Raging Brachydios armor sets. Moving on into the weapon side of the equipment, I have to say thank you very much Capcom for bringing us back the original Brachydios equipment looks from previous generation games. I am genuinely so happy to see all of the original designs from previous generation games make it into the Iceborne expansion with Raging Brachydios. I am genuinely so happy with it. Longsword, dual blades, the hunting horn, charge blade, the switch axe, everything just looks like the original version from previous generation games, and I am so happy to see them in the Iceborne expansion. Now when it comes to the overall stats of these equipment, what we are dealing with here is a pretty decent amount of overall blast damage when it comes to this weapon, pretty decent raw damage as well. When it comes to melee weapons, you have a slither of purple sharpness, but you have a very good chunk of white sharpness as well. We have no affinity whatsoever, so there's no negative affinity or positive affinity when it comes to this weapon, but we do get ourselves 2 decoration slots. We have a level 4 and a level 3 decoration slot when it comes to the Raging Brachydios weapon. So overall, these weapons are amazing both in looks as well as stats and slot allocation. Now that is pretty much it for this video covering the Raging Brachydios equipment in the Iceborne expansion. Overall, you can see how happy I am when it comes to Raging Brachydios equipment in its entirety. The armor set looks amazing, especially the beta armor set. You have pretty decent amount of skills and slot allocation when it comes to the beta armor set again. The weapons finally have their original design, and of course, you have some pretty decent stats and decoration slots on the weapons themselves. So overall, I'm very happy when it comes to Raging Brachydios in terms of its overall equipment. Now that is pretty much it for me for this video. If you enjoyed these videos, please consider leaving a like on the video itself and subscribing to the channel, as well as hitting that bell icon so you can go ahead and catch up on any future Monster Hunter content that I might be doing or any other games that I might be playing in future. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Onward and upward.